Welcome to our Tech. Today I'll be demonstrating how to set up remote console from Victron Energy on a Garmin core system serve display. So within the Garmin core system, if a Victron Energy system is present and they are connected through an Ethernet cable, you can access information from the Victron Energy system on the serve display itself. This is done through network communications. So as long as the servo Victron is set up correctly with MQTT enabled, you can go into your serve display and configure it in a way to show that information. So once the Victron system is set up to properly communicate to the Garmin core system, we can go to our serve display, select settings, vehicle integration, and if that installer settings menu is not available, we'll access it through selecting the IP address repeatedly until that warning box comes up, where we'll select I agree. Next, we'll want to navigate to RV controls, launch RV controls, and here you'll notice the same app grid that we've seen in previous configuration videos, except for filters, we're going to want to enable Garmin HTML. Victron Energy has developed an HTML5 application called OneHelm that integrates with a Garmin system seamlessly. It is a plug-and-play integration, where as long as the servo or Victron is connected to a serve display through an Ethernet cable, this Victron application will populate in the app grid automatically to be enabled. So we'll enable it and press done. Once it's enabled and press done, you can access it through the app grid by selecting it. And here you'll see an application that shows different information that you can typically see on a Victron or a GX touch display that is connected to a servo. You have information about your batteries, information about energy input and output. You can also, by pressing this three-dot menu, see remote console on the larger 10-inch displays. On the smaller 7-inch displays, remote console is currently not available, and so I'll show you a way to access that remote console through the browser on the 10-inch display. So if you have a Serve 7-inch display and want to access remote console, you have to do that through the browser. So we can do so by selecting the 6-dot menu and navigating to the browser on the Serve display. Once here, we'll need one piece of information from Victron, which is the IP address that's been assigned to that servo by the serve display. That IP address is found in the settings and under Ethernet in Venus OS. So here you'll see that the IP configuration has been assigned automatically and that the IP address is 172.16.17.18. This IP address is not necessarily the same for every servo or Victron. It can change, so it's important to find that IP address in the Victron Energy settings and to use it when you're inputting it into the browser. So if we go up to the browser window here, we're going to put in that IP address. So once that IP address is entered into the address bar for the browser and we navigate to it, what you'll see is that remote console is now populated in this browser window, and it will mirror what is being displayed on an Victron or a touch device. So if we select back or pages, we're really getting the same functionality that you would expect on one of those devices. A good way to easily access this remote console is to set this IP address as the default home address for the browser, which you can do by selecting this three-dot menu in the top right corner, settings, general, set home page, and we'll just set the home page as the current page. And once that's set, we can just back out and return to the home screen on the serve display. One more thing you can do to make remote console more accessible to the end user is by selecting this 6-dot menu, pressing and holding browser, and dragging it to the home screen. This way, the end user can simply select browser, and your immediately brought to that remote console page, which the end user can then navigate Venus OS like they would on an Ekrano or a touch device. Thanks for joining me today as I walk you through how to set up the Victron Energy Systems integration with the Garmin core system. If you have any questions, please reach out to our staff, and any relevant links will be in the description below.